Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Stormcotton here, bringing you another Minecraft video, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick getting started video on one of the servers that I love the most in Minecraft. So actually, it's not one of the servers, it's actually the one, the only, the best of all servers. NavalClash. So, before I get started, if you don't know what NavalClash is, it's basically a server where you can have ships, planes, tanks, subs, and I think that's pretty much it for vehicles that actually move. Now that's pretty cool, right? And you can actually sink enemy ships, you can destroy tanks, shoot planes out of the sky, sink subs, and it's really cool. So you can build your own ships, subs, planes, tanks, and other stuff like that. And it's also even better. It's based on my favorite world era, World War One and Two. So that's what the server is based around. No particular war. Oh wait, yeah, there is a particular war. Just World War Two mostly, but they do a little bit of World War One. So in today's video, I'm just gonna be doing a quick video on how to get started with the server because it's a bit complicated if you don't have a tutorial like this. So, to start, what you're going to want to do is, after you've logged into the server, and I will leave the version you have to use, and the IP address and the website of this place, which you're going to want to look at in the description of the video. So, once you've logged into the server, what you want to do here is type in /shipyard open ship 1. Okay, so once you rank up, get more ships, the better ranks, you can claim more ships. But to start, you are just going to start out with ship 1 and like pretty much one of each plot that there is. One ship 1, one ship 1, one hangar 1, and one tank 1 plot. Alright, so if you want to know more about what plots you can claim when you first start the server and what ranks give you what plots, just look at the rules on NavalClash.net. I would really suggest looking at that because if you don't, then you're going to end up getting yourself banned, and we don't want that. So, once you've done the command that I just did, /shipyard open ship 1, you're going to right click on this claim sign right here, and it's going to claim it, and it's going to say Storm, but it would say like your username and then something. I forget what it says, but I'm not going to do this because I accidentally did this in a test video that I was doing, and I almost got banned for it, so I don't want to do that. So once you do that, you can build your ship. Now this right here is the back, and this block that I'm looking at right now is the water level. So you're going to want to build your ship deck above the water level if I were you. And here's the front. So front and back. And so that's the basics of the plot. Now what we're going to have to do is show you guys the basics. Well, actually, I am going to real quick TP to one of my plots. I'm going to show you the main signs that you're going to need to make your ship work. So what you're going to need to do is, the first sign you're going to need is a main sign. So basically, if it's a ship, you're going to type in ship, and then the next bar, the name of your ship. If it is going to be a sub, you're going to type in submarine. If I can stop lagging. And then name of your submarine. If it is a plane, you're going to type in aircraft, if I can spell, and then the name of your aircraft. If it is a tank, you are going to type in tank. Alrighty. And so those are for the main signs. Now the main signs I'll get to in a minute. I'll get to driving them in a minute. Is basically the almost, I would call it the steering wheel of your ship. So there are other things that you can do, which I'll get to in a second. Or I may not. I may do that in another video because this is just the basics. But it allows you to move forward, like turn your ship to full speed, slow it down, and turn. So I'll get to driving because that's really important, and I want to show you that in the basics of today's video. So the next thing you're going to need is, after you've built your ship and decide where you want to put your main sign, and let me just as an example show you how I did mine. Now this is a speedboat. You have to have it at least this amount of blocks above the water level, because unless this is sub, of course, but if it's not, then the bad things happen. So definitely go read the rules. I can't say that enough. So next thing you're going to need is a radar. So basically what the radar does is it detects other ships, planes, and tanks. Now it doesn't detect subs because they're underwater, but it will detect subs. I mean, not subs, what am I talking about? It'll detect planes, tanks, and other ships. So you're really going to need that. That's very important. And then the next thing you're definitely going to need is sonar. I'll get to in the next video. My learning the signs video that I'm going to do is very important. You are going to need to have airspace in your ship. So if it's not like how I built mine, if it's not like if it doesn't have an empty space, then it's just going to sink right to the bottom. So you always want to have an airspace. Alrighty, so the next thing you're going to need is engines for your thing. Now, all the engines, there's no, you don't have to build anything, you just have to write it on a sign. So, for the engines, I'm just going to show you the basic one for this video, and then in my tutorial on all the different engines / other signs, you can see more complicated stuff, and I'll also show you, if you don't want to wait for that video, how to see those signs for yourself. So, how you number this is very important. When you make an engine, you're going to type in engine, and then if this is your first engine you made on your ship, you're going to type 1, and then the type of engine you have. Now, I'll show you how you can find out the types of engines, because that's very important, but not at this very moment. So, I'm just going to type in gasoline 1. That's the type of engine right there, okay? And then, if I wanted to make my next engine, I would type in engine 2, and then gasoline 1. Okay, so you would type in the type of your engine, and then 1, 2, or 3, because the engines are numbered, what type of engine they are, and the number of your engine, which is, if you heard me before, is how many engines is the number of your engine, if you get what I mean, and then just engine at the top. Alright, so the next thing is I am going to real quick show you how to see all those signs. So this is very important. You're going to want to do /shipyard. Oops, no, you're going to want to do /warp shipyard. And it's going to teleport you magically to this great place where you can see everything. So over here, which I will get to in another video, is all the different weapons and how to build them. It shows you exactly how to build them. Just right over here, you have all the different signs, which I will go over in another video. And over here you have all the different engines. So all you have to do is /warp shipyard. Alright. And also over here is all the different blocks in game and how much they weigh. Now the weighing thing is not that important in my opinion. I have never had a problem with it. It's just make sure you have airspace. And then over here you have your submarine tutorial. Alright, so before I move on to the next thing, more complicated stuff, you're going to want to do /spawn. And, well, you should have done this when you begin the game, actually. So, once you're here, you're going to want to download the resource pack. So just get the link from this button, and it should work. I already have my chat is off, that's why I'm not seeing it, and you will get the resource. You'll get the resource pack, and yeah. Now, I'm not really sure why they have the button there, because it loads in just as you're in game, and you're going to need this resource pack because it makes the game just really, it makes the blocks look like cannons, and it just makes everything look more like World War 1/2. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. Now, this is a ship that someone spawned in, right? And it looks like they broke it. It's like cut in half. I'm not sure what happened here. Alrighty, so this is a dock, alright? So, in order to spawn in your ship, once you're done with it, after you've claimed your ship, so I'm actually just going to explain this a little bit better. /shipyard open ship 1. So after you have claimed your ship, after you've claimed your plot, after you've right-clicked on this, claimed your plot, and finished building your ship, you're going to right-click this again, do /spawn, and you are going to go over to one of the docks over here. They go all the way down there and some over there. And then see how, if you remember, just when I was back over at the ship plot, it said ship 1. So you'd spawn in your ship 1, and as you rank up, you can get all these different ships. So you would right-click this sign, and it would spawn in your ship, and then you can drive it. So the next thing we're going to look into before I get on to driving and how to get the other plots is you're going to, these are the different warps that you have. So we have, you can just right-click on these signs, or you can type /warp and then the warp in the chat. So we have a shop, which is quite cool. And I think the signs are broken, or I'm just lagging. I'm pretty sure I'm lagging. Alrighty, so that's that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm lagging because no one's moving. Alrighty, so that's done. So now that I showed you the warps, we're going to do /shipyard. Now to get your tank, which I'm going to show you in a second. Aha! So this is the victim. Alrighty, so basically, after I log back in, I think I timed out. Sorry about that. It's going to load in the resource pack, and that explains what I was talking about before. Don't worry if your game freezes. That's fine. Alright, cool. So what you're going to do is to get your the different plots. Now, again, I can't stress this enough. Read the rules to find out what ship plots you can get for what rank you have. I'm a lieutenant commander, so I get I get 2 ship 1s, 2 ship 2s, 2 hangar 1s, and 2 tank 1s. Alrighty, so I'm just going to show you how to get all the different ones, because you're not, of course, when you watch this video, you're not going to be as high a ranking as me, but once you read the rules on the forums, you'll get it. So, you're going to do /shipyard open, if I can type, open hangar 1 to get the next ship, or oh, I guess that doesn't work, so, well, you get the idea, you'll figure it out. No, actually, I want to show you guys, because, it was working before. /shipyard TP 0. I don't know why it's not working. So basically, you could just teleport to your ship. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the command. I don't know why it wasn't working, but I teleported to one of my ships, and here's what the hangars look like. Alrighty, and then I'm pretty sure for the tank, you just type in /shipyard open tank 1. Don't ask me why there isn't a separate thing from the planes and tanks aren't separate from the shipyard. I don't know. So here's what a tank plot looks like. If I don't lag out, perfect. And yeah, so just do the command I did for getting a tank, and then I believe, let's see. This is an ugly thing. Never seen anything like it. Oh my. Okay, so this is the front of the plot, and this is the No, I'm sorry, this is the front, this is the back, over here. Alrighty, so next thing we're going to get on to is, I'm going to show you guys how to fire a basic cannon and drive your ship, because that's very important. Alright, so I'm going to right click this sign. I am going to do /spawn after I've claimed my ship. Now, my ship isn't the most pretty of things, but that's okay. I don't know what everyone's sitting there for. I think I'm lagging just in general. I don't know what that's about. So I'm going to run over here to another dock where I won't get sabotaged. Let's see. I don't want to do that because the sign's broken. So we have ship 1 here. I'm going to right click that. Excuse me, I burped. We're going to go on to my ship. And I have a really nice flag, but we're not going to talk about that now. So you see I have a radio. I'm going to talk about that later in my complicated signs tutorial thing. So we're going to right click my main ship sign. Oh dear. So the server is lagging. Oh. Okay, so let me just explain if this ever works. So once you right click the ship sign, and hopefully don't do what I just did. So sorry about this. Let's just load this back in. Right here, since I'm here, is the IP. So remember that. And then, or you could just find it out on the website, which I will leave in the description also, along with the IP. So I'm going to load in my resource pack for the second time during this video. Alrighty, perfect. So, you are going to right click this. You're going to want to put on your, if you're the first one to click this sign, you're going to want to put on your captain's uniform. So now, as you see, I just got a sword in my hand once I right click that. So the sword is like your steering wheel. So to go forward, you would do this. Basically, just keep clicking until it says flank. To switch to gear 2 is the only one you can switch to currently. You can just shift while clicking forward, and then to turn, look in the direction you want to turn and right click. So just like that, and to slow down, right click in the back direction, just like that. Oops. Ooh, I think I just found a glitch. Wait, hold on. Really? Really? Alright, never mind. Don't try that. I found a glitch by accident. Alrighty, so the radar. So I want to explain that. Now that you know how to drive your ship, and that you need airlocks and stuff, I will explain the radar and then how to fire a cannon, and then that's it for the basics of this video. So 0 represents forward, 270 represents to your left, I want to say, yeah, and then 90 represents to your right, and then behind me is, so apparently there's something behind me, I don't see it. 90, I forget what's there, but you get the idea. So those numbers aren't going to change until the radar picks up something. So the X, if you get an X, it showed on whatever direction, that means it's really, really close. Now, I don't know why it's saying there's something there. I don't see anything. I really don't. That is weird. I don't see anything. Alright, I don't see anything. Alright, so that star thing right there, right next to the left of the X, that represents that it's medium distance away. And then the dot represents that it's pretty far away. Okay, so that's how you know what direction the enemy is in, and that way you can find them and you know where they are. Alrighty, so next, a real quick rule that I want to discuss with you guys, since I don't want to get banned for this, is basically you're in safe docks right now. So you're going to pass these buoys, and that basically shows you when you're at a safe dock. So when your ship or sub/, whatever is completely out of the completely through the buoys, then you know you're out of safe dock. So until you're past those buoys, you are actually not allowed to fire anything, attack any ships. This is safe dock. Alrighty, so while we're waiting for this, I am quickly going to discuss some things with my channel. So basically, I'm really sorry guys that I haven't been posting any videos, and I've just been really busy, and every time I got the chance to play Minecraft, I didn't do it. And you have to understand that doing YouTube is really, really difficult. It's like you have to have determination for it, and I got lazy and didn't do it. So that's settled. And then in my last video, I actually forgot to introduce my special guest, and his name is Dr. Doom, and you'll probably see him on this server, so definitely have a shout out for him. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So while we wait for this, and I'm almost worried that I already passed the buoys. I don't think I did, but I'm really worried. Oh, look, there's a buoy. Alright, so we need to wait for that. Whoa, I'm glitching out. Okay, no, I'm not actually. Okay, so while we wait for this, let me explain to you a real quick thing that might help you a little bit. So this is an elevator. Okay, never mind then. That was an elevator that you just saw. I'm not going to explain that because that's a little more complicated, and this is just getting started video. So I'm not going to explain that directly to you right now. That will be in another video. So while my slow ship comes out of this, we are going to wait a little bit, and you can actually see sunken ships at the bottom of the sea. Isn't that cool? Alrighty, so there's no particular place you should aim for when you are attacking an enemy ship. I would recommend aiming for the cannons, helm, and their hull, just to get water in there, destroy their helm so they can't turn, change direction, or anything like that, and possibly take out their engines. Alrighty, so I don't want to fire just yet, even though this is a tutorial. Now, if we go look at my radar, it says there's 3 things, or 1 thing now, right behind me. I don't know. I didn't see anything, but that's alright. The radio I'll explain later, not in this video. Alrighty, so, we're almost out. Almost. Alright. Okay, so basically, I'm not going to wait any longer. Forgive me, anyone who's watching this. I'm just doing a tutorial. In real play, I wouldn't really fire. Alright, so, anyways, you're going to left-click this. And since I have my chat turned off, I can't show you guys, but it would come up with... You're left-clicking the dispenser, if you're wondering. It would come up with just basically... What's the word? It would come up with X1, X2, X3, and X4. Those represents the distance. So you're going to have to figure out how far those go. I really can't tell you by yourself. And then after you've selected your distance, you're going to left click the button, and woo! These TNT are going to come, and they're going to fire off into the distance. So to fire, just as I said, left click the dispenser, left click the button, look at what you want the TNT to fire at. Okay, and they'll fire in that direction. The lever, you're going to left click, and that turns the cannon. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the AA gun, which is up there, but I'll explain that in a different video. So I'm guessing that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoy NavalClash. It's a really great server. Thank you all for watching, and happy sailing.